Barnaby. Barnaby.
Good evening, everyone. This is New London Pet Talk. I'm so glad you can join us tonight. You know, the show's been in existence for 15 years, but we only come on every 4 years. But we are a live show, in case you're wondering, and we are a call-in show. So we're happy to take your calls. Just to let you know, this is not an educational show. And it's not a political show. It's just a show, all right? So those are the ground rules. And we have tonight we actually have 3 guests. And we have an audience, the largest audience we've ever had. I know there's about 30,000 of you out there, but right here in the studio, we have 5 people. Could I have a round of applause, audience? All right, step it up a little bit. Good. Much better, much better. Tonight, this is Heidi. She is the co-star. I call her the reluctant poodle because she really doesn't like being on the show. And I notice, what are you wearing? You are wearing my Hermes scarf. Yes, and this is a real Hermes scarf. Heidi never got over the fact that we didn't take her to Paris. So this is her little gift. Round of applause, please.
Yes. She's wearing
This audience is great, you know. But the most important thing is our guests. And these are wonderful guests. They are from Chester, Connecticut. We have Barnaby and Hazzie, accompanied by Sally Ratchford. That's a big round of applause.
Thank you.
All right. And Sally, how many times have you been on the show?
Well, we were figuring that out. The last time we all came together was in 2013. And Barnaby was only a year and a half.
Yeah.
And at that time, we said that he was a brindle Bouvier.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he's become a black Bouvier since we've seen you last.
Round of applause, please.
Okay. All right. Easy, Barnaby.
Great
easy,
audience.
Easy.
Yeah.
And Barnaby is now 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
And he's a Bouvier de Flans. And
Yeah. And he's a very exuberant one.
Isn't he? Yeah,
He can go off leash
all
if
right,
you'd
he's
like.
a very high energy fellow.
Oh, yes, definitely. You know, and that's the other thing. This show is totally unscripted. We don't even know what we're going to say. I mean, we
No.
haven't rehearsed at all.
Certainly not.
The audience just. See, Maria said it's wonderful. Yes, we have guests tonight from actually the Iverton, Essex area, and Old Mystic, and of course, Chester as well. Thank you. And, you know, we can take international calls too, so.
I've
And
heard.
we have.
Yes, you
we
have.
yeah. So, now Hazzie, the last time you were on, I think Hazzie was more in the audience.
Yes, he was.
And he was barking a lot. And
Right.
tonight he's very quiet. And you're suspecting stage fright?
We're thinking he may have a little touch of stage fright because he suddenly started tightening his hip, and he has a little bit of a limp. So we're hoping that it's just stage fright. And
It's just stage fright.
just
Well,
see
you
if
know,
it
I mean,
loosens
I don't
up.
think it's a scary experience, but
No.
you know, I mean,
He was here a
maybe it
long time
is.
ago, and
Yeah.
he did pretty well then.
yeah,
so.
wow.
haven't been much on the stage before, right?
That's right. Well, no, Heidi has been, but she's going to be jumping off pretty soon. It's like she doesn't really want to be on the show
Right.
unless there's kibbles or, you know, food or something like that.
Right.
So Hazzie is how old now?
Hazzie is 13.
13.
And his
Wow.
favorite thing to do is sing Happy Birthday. He loves singing Happy Birthday.
I think we
Okay.
should get that right out there if that's possible. Do we
Okay.
need audience participation on that?
We
or?
could all join in, I suppose. The thing that makes it so amazing is once you ask him, he does not need any kind of a cue. He just goes for it. He just loves to sing Happy Birthday.
So,
I'm going to ask him, okay, and see if he jumps in.
okay.
Hazmat, would you like to sing Happy Birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hazzie. Happy birthday to you.
Woo! Wow. That is great.
Yeah, that's his favorite.
I know, it is his favorite. Well, that's pretty impressive, you know? I mean, we always have impressive guests.
And now I do have a little trick for little Barnaby.
Barnaby, okay.
Barnaby, I'm going to show
Barnaby.
you what he does best. He's
Okay.
not much of a singer,
It's okay.
but he's having a
But he
good
can
time
eat
with
his
his trick.
kibbles, or
He does something even better than that. He eats on command, which is really kind of, all right, Barnaby, no, hold on, easy.
easy. I love
right.
it.
Now look. All right, wait a minute. I want you to sit, Barnaby. Sit. Sit. Okay? Now stay. Stay. Whoops. Oh, we have some
We have a little
competition.
competition. here.
Hazmat, I want you to stay put for a minute. Okay. Sit, Barnaby. Stay. Ah. Okay.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh. You know, people are probably missing Wolf Blitzer for this. You know, think about it. You know? Yep, they are. So if you're tuning in, audience out there in cyberspace, this is New London Pet Talk. We're back. Like I said, we've been in existence for 15 to 16 years. I don't want to, you know, exaggerate too much, but we're only on every 4 or 5 years. So this is a big deal.
Right.
You know, and we will be on with live shows for pretty much the next 13 weeks. And we
Fabulous.
do hope we get some calls tonight. If you want, oh yes, see right up on the screen, and I'll just repeat that, 860-440-3154. So we'd love to get some of your calls. Oh wow, we have 3 all at once. Oh my gosh.
No, all 3 lines ring. Hold on 1 minute.
Wow.
Holy mackerel. Okay.
Okay, Barnaby, you stay close.
Hello.
1 second. No, I have to put them through yet. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Now you can answer
Okay.
it.
Is it? Oh yeah. Hello, caller. This is New London Pet Talk.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. My name is Bob DeRosa. I'm from Waterford.
Waterford.
Oh well, welcome for calling. Or what's the call etiquette here?
Well,
Oh.
I'm curious about Barnaby.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been told before that the Bouviers are good guard dogs.
Yes, they are.
So you would like Sally to comment on that, whether they are good guard dogs?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller. Yes, actually, the Bouvier is an excellent guard dog, and they were used in World War II as messengers as well as guard dogs. So
Wow.
they've had a really stellar military career.
That's
The
wonderful.
breed has.
Yeah.
And there is a story afoot. I can't prove it, but you can find it on the internet. That doesn't mean it's true, but that a Bouvier bit Hitler
Wow.
while he was reviewing this breed as a possible military breed for Germany. The French love the Bouvier and use
Yeah.
the Bouvier all the time.
Yeah.
And
oops.
a Bouvier bit Hitler, and so Hitler never wanted to have anything to do with the whole breed after that.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
that's all I know. I have a funny feeling he would also bite Hitler given the opportunity, but I don't know.
There you go. Maybe even the poodle here. You need to get. Excuse me, folks. Heidi.
He's on line 1 again.
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful. Okay, sure. Oh, hi, caller. Sorry, there. Go right ahead
He
again.
is. He is.
Yeah. So I'm just curious. So they're good guard dogs, and how does that mix with, like, say you have visitors come to visit, or neighbors, or people walking by? I mean, how do you coordinate being a friendly neighborhood dog and also being a good guard dog? Do they
Okay.
just know how to handle that, or how does that work?
Right. No, I understand that question too,
Uh-huh.
caller, and I can tell you a funny story about him. He understands all gene pools. When a family member comes he's never met, he understands that's a family member.
Okay.
He understands the chemistry when there's a friend approaching or anything.
Yeah.
This dog always knows that it's a good person and a
Yeah.
welcome
Hello?
person. We had a house guest who got to our house once a few hours before we got there, and he let them right into the guest room.
Oh, that's great.
And
Sort
one
of
might say,
concierge service.
exactly. And someone said, well, what kind of a guard dog is that? And actually, he does discern the difference.
Yeah.
He'd never let
Yeah,
anybody in the
he's
house
got it, yeah.
who shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Round of applause, please. I'm making the audience really work it tonight, but that's good. Yeah. Any other questions, caller?
Hello?
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 Hello? We're here.
I'm here.
Yeah. Any other questions? Oh.
Well, let's
Hi,
see.
any
I
other
mean,
questions?
the other thing I was curious about is he seems to have a very thick coat of fur on him.
Yes.
And I was wondering, do they shed a lot? Do they shed a lot? And do you have to trim them a lot, or how does that work out?
Well, that's an interesting question, too. He's about to get his summer cut. Because of ticks, we keep him very close and short in the spring and summer. And
Yeah.
he's always just come from the salon when he's been on the show in the past. And I thought it would be fun to have you see the other end of the thing,
Yeah, absolutely.
So he is, he doesn't shed all that much, but he has hair under his, it's almost like down, and it does turn into sort of tumbleweeds around the house if you don't get ahead of it.
Wow.
But
Yikes. Getting into personal stuff
Yeah.
now. Which is fine, because it's all about the dogs.
right.
Wow.
But
well,
he's
thank you,
terrific.
caller. Where are you calling in from?
He's off the air, I think.
I live in Waterford,
Oh, good.
local guy.
Okay, great. Well, we appreciate your calls. Okay,
Thank you very
thank
much.
you.
Barnaby seems like a very well-behaved dog. I'm impressed.
Well, he is. He really is.
Yes.
The moment he's a little high energy, but he's a very well-behaved
Yeah.
dog.
Now, Sally, you were going to talk a little bit about ticks, too.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I've read recently about a wood tick that's called I wrote it down somewhere, and I think it's worth mentioning. It's, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
No, this is important.
we have a new tick.
Ugh.
They have found him in New Jersey. He loves livestock. He likes horses and deer. And it's the Asian longhorned tick. And it's a small tick. It lays thousands of eggs and does not require a partner to do so. So in no time,
We could
we
be
have
infested.
thousands of ticks,
Yeah.
and they're very small, and
Yeah.
they carry all the major diseases, but they carry there's apparently there's a new one that's a little, it's worth
Wow.
staying ahead of.
So is there anything preventative you can do?
The same old preventions do work, the preventative, so it's a matter of I like to,
Yeah, make sure
I
that,
do the tick business here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's also,
excuse me.
there's a collar that's supposed to be really effective for ticks this year.
Oh, wow,
And you buy them in
good,
the hardware store.
Good, yeah.
So.
Now let's switch a little bit to Hazzie, because
Hazzie.
Hazzie is wearing a beautiful little sweater here.
Thank you.
And you make sweaters.
I do. I
too.
love making sweaters for dogs. And
Yeah.
every time I start to make something for my husband. There's another friend who needs a dog sweater.
There you go.
Somehow we
There
can't
you
seem to
go.
get the husband sweater yet.
Oh,
Okay.
A little, now, what was that all about?
That was don't pick me up until I give you permission. Okay? He has a mind of his own.
Really?
He really
so
has.
Would he snap at you maybe even a little bit? or-
An inhibited snap. It wouldn't be.
yes,
Yeah, he would
yeah.
never bite me.
Yeah.
He just.
Yeah,
He likes to give me little warnings from time to time.
yeah. I just love
He's a-
his little face too.
he's a good
His
boy.
face is just adorable.
Thank you.
Adorable.
Well, he's considered the monkey dog. He's a German Yorkshire Terrier type. That's what the Affenpinscher is.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's actually a mixed breed, but he looks exactly like his mother, who was an Affenpinscher, a
But
pure
you never
Affenpinscher.
found out who the father was.
Never. No, she was impregnated actually at a kennel in New York City. We don't even know if it was consensual. We have no details. All
How
we
about
know.
Ancestry?
Yeah, right.
.com for
right.
dogs.
That would be a good
There is
idea.
something out there.
You're
and
right.
we were going to do like a Jerry Springer show.
Exactly.
Right?
Who is the father? Right?
Who's the father?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look, I know you can't see this audience, but it's been lighting up over here with calls.
Wow.
Yeah. So Mary Jane takes them in the control room. And then
Okay.
make sure they're calling into the right show. You
Right.
know, I mean, okay. And I can hit it, Mary Jane?
Yes.
Hello, caller. Welcome to New London Pet Talk.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you have a question?
Yes, I do. The dogs are lovely. I was just wondering, how do they react around children?
How do
you
they
know,
react to children?
Right. The younger children.
Okay. Well, Heidi's not really fun. Well, she'll tolerate kids coming up to her, as long as, they don't get really in her face. She's fine with that. But, she grew up with no kids really around except little Linda, who's now in Alaska, and she's 5'9". So, hi, Alaska family. It's going out on YouTube. Andy, you will see me.
Oh,
That's my
great.
son. How about yours, Sally? How would you speak to that?
Well, he's a herding dog, and actually they call the Bouvier the canine babysitter. They love herding children and watching children, and
Yeah,
they're
okay.
very, very good with children. This little fellow is a different story. If
Yeah.
there were a hot dog in the room and 2 children, the kids would not do all that well, I wouldn't imagine. So,
I saw him nip
Okay,
at
well,
you,
that's
and
being honest. That's what
Right.
the show's all about.
Right.
Is being honest, about our pets. And,
right,
their pluses and, their vulnerabilities,
exactly.
Yeah. Any other questions, caller?
Yeah, I had one more question. I just noticed that the smaller dog nipped at her, which brought that, idea to my mind, how he was with children. So anyway, thank you.
Caller, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that and maybe speak a little bit louder?
The reason I asked the question because I saw the smaller dog on her lap nip at her, and that is why I thought about children.
He saw almost snap at me.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, I see. Yeah. And
He's a benevolent leader, though.
Okay, thank you very much.
thank you. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, my pleasure.
2 calls. That's a round of
great.
applause.
Right, that's excellent.
Wow.
You
If
know
you're
what-
just tuning in, and of course the
Over here.
audience has been here,
Over here.
and they're a great audience, well,
they
I would
are.
say all the audiences are really good, but this is an exceptional audience tonight. I think we need to applaud for the
I think we do. They've
audience.
done a
Yes,
nice job.
Absolutely. This is New London Pet Talk. I'm Linda English. This is Heidi, my co-star, and wearing a Hermes scarf from Paris. I know. What can I say? She's a poodle. Yeah, I know. But I get to wear it tomorrow, don't forget. And we have wonderful Barnaby here and Hazzie and Sally from Chester, Connecticut. You know, some of our guests come far away, you know. And now, does Barnaby want to go off leash, or
I think he wants some more food. That's my guess.
he wants more food? Well,
Okay.
that's permissible.
And I wish I could get him to talk because he's a talker.
he
But
is.
but it's very hard to get him to talk on command. Barnaby, do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? Sometimes when you ask him to go out, he converses.
He'll say something
Yes.
like. Oh, we have a question from the
The
audience.
audience.
You want to go in the car? Maybe some more water, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll give
Yeah.
him some more water.
Yeah,
then.
and you know, we're only a half-hour show, and one of the reasons why is, well, you know, the lights can be pretty strong for the animals, and even for us people, sort of. Now, audience, do you have any questions?
What's the relationship between Hazzie and Barnaby?
What's the
The
relationship
relationship.
between
First and how
Hazzie
Oh.
and Barnaby? Yeah,
Okay.
what's the
well,
deal here?
He's older. He's 13.
Hazzie is.
Hazzie is.
Yeah,
And he was, his best friend was Lucky, who passed away.
I know.
And so after Lucky died, he was so lonely for his Bouvier that we thought another Bouvier would be really appropriate.
Yeah.
And they get along beautifully.
Yeah.
Hazmat is definitely, I'd say, the brains of the operation. And he's the boss. And Barnaby does pretty much whatever he's told.
Yeah.
But they work as a team.
Yeah,
They're both
yeah.
they're both second story men in an odd way. Barnaby can get to the counter in the kitchen.
Oh,
So
okay.
he can get up and grab goodies and drop them on the floor.
Yeah.
And then they share them, which is kind of a nice thing. Hazmat, on the other hand, was able to jump onto the dining room table, grab grapes, okay?
Oh,
a
my
huge bunch
goodness.
of grapes, drop down onto the dining room floor, and then share them with the big boy. So they're kind of they're B&E guys, really, and second
Yeah.
story men.
Yeah.
But they work together very well.
They work together. That's good.
Absolutely.
Now we only have 5
here.
minutes left on the show. See, it goes by very quickly. It really does. And you know, it's wonderful that we're
Yes.
back on. I think because we are a live show. We do have. You can call in. Again, we are not an educational show. So we don't dispense advice. Like if your pet's having a problem, you have to take your pet to the vet, all right?
Right.
Or an appropriate person. And we're definitely not a political show. There are enough of those on the air. And like I said, oh, I'm sorry, yes. Oh, there's a question from the audience. Yes.
Is Heidi always this calm and collected?
Is Heidi always this calm and collected? Very interestingly, yes. And, you know, I have to put in a plug for Heidi because there may be some viewers from Beechwood Rehabilitation Center. Heidi volunteers 1 hour a week at Beechwood. And she brings a lot of joy and happiness over there. And she has become, I think, much more acclimated to different environments, and she knows, you know, she can sort of judge when people want her to come around. So yeah, she's
If you had a
calm.
live performance in your house, she'd be calm and cool and she would sit there and watch the show?
That I don't know. I know when and of course you'll go home with a DVD tonight, but when she has watched herself,
Barnaby?
she seems to get bored. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I'm wearing an Hermes and you know, that's it. They didn't take me to Paris, so what do I need to watch the show for, you know? But yeah, she's pretty she's pretty cool. Yeah, now that doesn't mean she won't do some mischievous things along the way, because she will. She will. And we've caught her many a time doing things. You don't want me to put it on the air? Okay. All right. Sally, we're down to the last 3 minutes here. Do you,
Wow.
or 2 minutes, excuse me. Oh,
all
explain
right.
the alpha
Okay.
dog? Okay.
So this little fellow is the boss.
Is the boss. Hazzie
And-
is the boss.
Yes, and when we're walking down the street and they see another dog, they'll get very excited, and Hazmat will jump on Big Boy and say, and he'll push him aside, and he'll even growl at him and say, "I'll handle this. You stay in the back." And he takes over.
the
He's
alpha
the alpha
dog.
dog, and he won't even let him lead when there's a dog in the way.
Oh my gosh.
So
So, and Barnaby's comfortable with that.
he's very happy with his
Yes.
role. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, listen to that.
And it's all talk.
It's all talk?
Yeah.
Well, this is, I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. 1 minute. And, I will say in the opening credits, I mentioned my grandparents who we would watch Lassie every Saturday night, except I never saw a full, episode because my grandmother would get too upset and we'd have to change the channel. So I hope Lassie made it out, But they were wonderful grandparents, and I also mentioned my great-grandmother in here. But kudos here for Hazzie and Barnaby and Sally and
Thank
the
you.
studio audience.
Thank you.
Wow, we're wrapping it up here.
And
Hi-
Heidi
one
and Linda.
On Heidi and Linda from the New
Absolutely.
London Pet Talk Show, which is, want everybody to know, is alive and well. I many times over the years, people have stopped me in the post office and said,
Fabulous.
we've seen the show, we love the show, and so we'd like to hear from you, we'll be on again next Tuesday, same time here, and we want to thank Mary Jane in the control room and all the people that make it possible to put on this show. Right, Heidi? Right, yes, and we're going to wave because we're going out. We're going out.